there. One of the things I'm most grateful for is the internet. Now, before you dismiss me as a nutter, hear me out. I know the internet has become the purveyor of all things work-related, and as we speak, we all have a mountain of emails waiting to tumble upon us as soon as we finish this video. But there's still quite a few reasons we should be very grateful for the internet. The first reason is everywhere. Not only is it on this desktop or laptop, which you may be watching this video from, it's on our phones. Remember when these things only used to make phone calls and worse, were tethered to the wall by a cord? It's also on our tablets, even our televisions, and seems to be in the very air around us. Hey Google, what's the temperature in Sheffield?
In Sheffield right now, it's 48 degrees.
I gotta admit, that still creeps me out just a little bit. But she's useful, except when she gives me attitude. Another thing to be grateful for is that the internet is a source of unending entertainment. Perhaps you have to catch up on the latest movies. Well, there's Amazon and Netflix for that, as well as a host of other websites, some of which are not to be mentioned here for legal reasons. Or perhaps you need to catch up on the latest news. Well, there's ITV Player for that, as well as my new favorite, Box Broadcast. Well, perhaps though, you just need a quick laugh after a long meeting. There's TikTok or Vines for that. Or maybe you've just had a rough day and could use the comfort a pet could bring, but don't have the lifestyle that caters to keeping one. Well, why not have a look at pet collectives that give you the joy and laughter of a pet without the fuzzballs, litter boxes, and catastrophes that they can apparently bring. Oh dear. And then there's YouTube itself. How do we even begin to describe the rabbit hole that is YouTube? Something to be truly grateful for. Or perhaps you decided during these months to become something of a master baker. Well, there's Great British Bake Off for inspiration. Or if, like me, perhaps some of your baking experiments fail and you sometimes manage to light a fire in your oven just trying to bake a cake. Don't ask. Well, there's America's Worst Cooks to help you feel better about your baking fail. Now, perhaps you're feeling like you need to catch up on the latest news as a responsible adult. Well, there's BBC, Al Jazeera, CNN, as well as every other news outlet you can possibly want, all available online. Or perhaps you're feeling the need for a bit of intellectual exploration, but not quite brave enough to face the news of the day, where there's this wonderful thing called clickbait, in which you can wander down entire holes exploring all sorts of new educational and intellectual material, some of which is more useful than others. Now, this brings me back to where we began, which is with work and research. And if you're like me, you remember a time when, in order to do archival work, you had to make it down to the basement of your library and scroll through endless reels of microfiche and microfilm, gazing at the dim, scratchy screen as your vision grew exponentially worse. Well, now we don't have that problem. Well, at least not in terms of microfiche and microfilm. Sorry, archivists. We're working on getting all of that online. But now for most of those old newsreels, you can just look online. Or perhaps you need to discover every iteration and chart its significance in a text. The old school way, page by page, browsing through the book. But now, ebooks have that covered. All you have to do is enter the search term, and there it is in every possible location in the text. so much easier. There's so many reasons we should be thankful for the internet, and I've just named a few here today. Please be grateful for it. Make use of it. Put it to its best potential while we still have it. Because after all, who knows? One of those vaccines might kick off the zombie apocalypse. Just kidding. Kind of. Have a great day.